Yes.
because you have no business writing these laws.
That's right.
So that's where our efforts should be in this off season right now.
That's a very good point.
And when we talk about the Constitution, it protects. It gives us the roadmap, and it gives us the protections that we need to be able to
For everybody.
Yes,
Everybody.
protect
And
everybody.
so you don't need all these special laws.
Special laws.
Absolutely.
Exactly right.
You
That's where our efforts
greatest
should be.
documented ever created by man,
Yeah.
and absolutely it protects everybody.
Derek, would you put that sound bite by Hillary Clinton on there? Because here's where we are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, respectfully, if that is your position, then I will talk only to white people about how we are going to deal with the very real
That's
problems.
not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
No.
But like what I'm saying is what you just said was a form of victim blaming, right? You were saying that what the Black Lives Matter movement needs to do to change white hearts is
No, I'm not talking about, look, I don't
change.
believe you change hearts. I believe you change laws, you change allocation of resources, you change the way systems operate. You're not going to change every heart. You're not. But at the end of the day, we can do a whole lot to change some hearts and change some systems and create more opportunities for people who deserve to have them, to live up to their own God-given potential, to live safely without fear of violence in their own communities, to have a decent school, to have a decent house, to have a decent future. So we can do it one of many ways. You know, you can keep the movement going, which you have started, and through it, you may actually change some hearts. But if that's all that happens, we'll be back here in 10 years having the same conversation. Because we will not have all of the changes that
Okay, you hear what you said.
Break
We'll be
that
back
down.
here in 10
Break
months,
that-
in
yeah.
10 years?
Yes.
Right. They've been here every 10 years. Every time one of these civil rights laws come up for review, guess what? The Black Caucus comes out, Hillary Clinton and her bunch comes out, and they tell us how bad it is that somebody can't afford a driver's license to come and prove who they are.
Same exact
Same
talking
every
points.
10 years
Yeah,
when the Voting
absolutely.
Rights Act comes up.
That's right.
You understand?
But they need that because that's how they stay in power.
Exactly
by
right.
manipulating the people.
Okay,
It's a manipulation.
but what we need to do is we need to stop writing civil law, and because that's what the judges have been doing to keep this political correctness there going. They are the ones, these justices and judges are the ones that keep these civil rights laws and keep the political correctness where they have a heckler's veto over every time somebody wants to make a change in a law. The first thing they say, oh, you can't do that because poor people can't afford a driver's license. But they can get to the polls because they got all of these groups like the unions and the Democrat Party making sure that they get them there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll bust them in.
Quickly, let me go to the. I was going to go to the lines, but before we do that, the whole thing about it is that Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party have decided that the only way that they can maintain their power is to keep this underclass going.
Absolutely. And people don't see it. And the Black Lives Matter don't see it.
Yeah.
It's them. It's the Hillary Clintons and it's the Democrat Party that's keeping them in that position.
Exactly right. Those that gentleman that was talking at the Black Lives Matter thing, what he was doing was appealing to her to continue the handout heaven that's going on. And the reason...
What you keep them in that permanent underclass. And he still didn't understand exactly what he's asking for.
And if anybody is still ignorant of this, look at what happened when they forced the fast food industry to go to $15 an hour. It started some of these places. They came back and said that they wanted them to back off on the raises because they were not qualifying for the social services.
Some of the welfare benefits.
Yes. The benefits they were making too much money to collect on the benefits.
Because I think $15 an hour would be about $30,000. So at $30,000, you're not going to qualify for the Medicaid and the bridge card and all these other. They need to still keep them on the Democrat Party government program, the government dole.
And
these are lifetime voters. They gotta keep those lifetime voters plugged into those benefits.
And then what happened? The unions turned around and said that they didn't want them to make $15 an hour. In parts of California, they were saying that they wanted them to back off of that and not put that raise into effect, because guess what? It affected the number of employees, the number of people paying dues. So they wanted them to back off of that so they can keep their poverty rolls going. This is incredible because this is what we said many, many times. People choose to keep themselves in a certain condition in order to apply for the handout heaven that the government.
I'm going to tell you, I had a lady that came and did business with me and told me that she was a millionaire, but I couldn't tell. She said, but I had to allocate my money to my friend so that I can qualify for Medicaid.
Oh, man.
So she made herself poor just to qualify for what she thought was free.
Yeah.
And I just didn't. That was the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
Well, see,
because she didn't want to pay for her own benefits.
Yeah.
Pay for your own benefits.
Yeah, and that is so it's against everything that anybody should want. They should not want.
Well, that's what Democrats keep people in
that
this
mindset,
poverty mindset. It was a lady that won the lottery, $1 million, and was still trying to collect welfare.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see anything wrong with it, and liberals didn't see anything wrong with it either, but they had to make an example of it. But they still got to keep. See, when these people create better opportunity, better situation, have school choice, have better housing, the neighborhoods are better, these people are going to vote opposite of the Democrats.
Yeah.
And so the Democrats, they have liberalism as the most dangerous idea in modern time. It is the most dangerous. Liberalism will have you kill your wife, kill your children, have you pervert your children and then the children that make it through, then have them pervert them and then put them in the most dangerous institutions in the world, public schools, and will not let them get out.
Well, the thing about it is that when everybody knows that people like Ross Perot and Donald Trump and stuff like that, that's why they get a voice, because they're above the influences of people giving them money to run for. That's why these people can get an audience, can get a voice, and can get a position of leadership, because they have made it to that point in life where they don't need anybody to help them to the next level.
That's right.
Everybody in this country has got to go from level to level, and they should be doing that on their own. But the government somehow feels that they can sidestep those obstacles that everybody has, and give people a free route to what they want. That's why so many people try to get into this country from other countries, because they have heard that the government is out here to give you what you want, but you got to give them what they want, and that is the vote.
That is.
And that is where anytime Republican people decide that they want to appease the people that are here in this country illegally, we should act and put those people out of office, because they are doing more harm to the country by being in the position of acceding to whatever the illegal element wants to do, trying to tell them that, okay, we're here to help. Well, just like Ronald Reagan said, the most frightening thing that he heard is we're from the government and we're here to help. That is exactly the wrong message that we ought to be sending. And that's the message that the Democrats have been sending for the last 200 years since we, they started with us. I mean, they control our vote for many, many years through tyranny. And now they're back into the tyranny business here, because what they want to do is they want to force their beliefs on us and then tell us that we ought to like it. They not only want to force it on us, they want us to like it. And that's what bothers me. And this is what this thing in Kentucky is about.
Yeah. Kentucky and I want to just mention the murder, the cop. Our prayers and thoughts are out for these two police officers one of them was killed by one of these fools from the movement, the Black Lives Matter movement, because he had it posted on his Facebook. And then the second set of guys that was out there, they haven't caught him yet, but they're gonna.
Well, we're about to go to break. If you'd like to get in on this conversation, you can join us at 734-822-1600, and we'll be back after these messages.